Hi guys, this video is going to be for my sun, moon, rising Aries for the month of August. What you guys can expect to be feeling walking into the month of August. This is what you're currently looking at. And then I'll update the transits as we get to it. These will be intuitive messages and just things that I believe you guys will be experiencing, potentially feeling, or what you guys could manifest during this time, okay? So let's get to it. On August 2nd, Venus in Leo in your 5th house will be squaring Uranus in Taurus in your 2nd house. So this one to me, I feel like is a no-brainer. I would be shocked if you guys had experienced this one differently when August 2nd happened. This is either going to manifest with your money, where there's randomly something you guys have to spend money on unexpectedly, or it's like you guys end up overspending your money on things that, you know, are Leo-like, things that make you guys feel some kind of way, you know, fiery, passionate, things that are fun, things that make you feel good. Think of 5th house activities. This is Leo energy, the child, being creative, being passionate. Possibly for some of you, this would have manifested in arguments with people you're dating, because 5th house also talks about romance. And the 2nd house isn't just your wallet, it's also the things you guys value, okay? And since Taurus rules the throat chakra, I feel like something potentially would have happened involving like an argument or something somebody said that would have been considered disruptive, that would have been considered either out of nowhere, or it would have just been, I want to say like a, did I already say a shakeup? I don't remember. But yeah, Venus squaring Uranus, you guys can look at this as like shaking a champagne bottle and then it just goes everywhere. That's the energy. So it's either going to manifest in regards to romance, something disruptive, or your money. That's how I look at it. Trying to think of anything else. It could have been something that took place on the internet, because Uranus rules Aquarius and the 11th house talks about the internet. It talks about your group of friends. This could have been something involving your group of friends, or something involving like social networking, like groups of people, and there being some type of disruption with this. Okay. August 4th, Venus enters Virgo. So Venus leaves the 5th house. It enters your 6th house in Virgo. Oh, what the hell? So, for some of you, this is going to manifest getting another job, getting a new job, making more money, emphasizing the things that need to get better when it comes to 6th house things. So you guys may really enjoy working during this time, or you guys may be able to see more clearly what needs to be like polished when it comes to work or your everyday regimen. What needs to get cleaned up? What needs to get fixed? And you guys may invest money into this. So if it's your body, because 6th house talks about how you guys take care of your body, you guys may be more willing during this time. Or if you don't actually do it, it's like your thoughts would be on investing into a gym or something that would take care of your body. And however that looks is going to be different for everyone, right? That could be like just downloading an app and paying a monthly service and waking up, you know, earlier, or maybe doing exercises during your lunch break or after work, whatever your schedule is. But it's like incorporating some type of health regimen into your daily routine, and having to pay money for it is what I think of. If you don't have to pay money for it, then I feel like it's just like, then I feel like, just like, I feel as though you guys would just be really paying attention to this during this time frame. Like you would really be enjoying it and feeling, I don't want to say comfortable, because Venus in Virgo isn't comfortable. It's because it's constantly moving around, it's constantly doing things, it's a little bit on edge. So therefore, maybe that gives you comfort during this time frame once Venus enters Virgo. I also think, to get another look at this, what else could it be connected to? Venus rules Taurus and Libra traditionally, right? And this is your second house and your seventh house. So your mind could be, again, like I said, you could be investing money. So money would be taken from your wallet, being put into something, maybe for traveling for work, or for traveling to get to wherever you got to go to do better with your health. Maybe this is investing money into doctor appointments, doctors, something of that nature. I also think for some of you, this is literally talking about your health and just trying to, you know, do better because it's what you value at this time. Maybe there's a shakeup when it comes to something regarding your health, because I feel like something of the past is coming up again. Maybe this is affecting you guys. There's definitely a revisit here with this South Node in your seventh house in Libra. So the seventh house traditionally speaks of contracts. It speaks of business partnerships. It also speaks of committed relationships, marriage. So I think you guys may be potentially talking to somebody from the past and really like paying attention to the fine details, being very critical, a little bit judgmental this time around, because you may not want to get hurt again, because Chiron is in retrograde in your first house, Aries. So there's definitely a revisit when it comes to healing and dealing with your pain with self-confidence. So there is this pull, I feel like, with the universe, source, spirit, whatever it is you guys believe in, to get like a healthy mindset and to focus on yourself, like to literally be selfish during this time, to do better so you don't like repeat history is what I'm picking up on. Because Pisces energy in the 12th house speaks of the past as well. And the thing is here, the ruler of Pisces, Neptune, is in retrograde. And this is a better energy because you're able to see things more clearly. You're able to feel things more. You're more in touch with your intuition is what I'm trying to say. So I don't think you guys would be repeating habits of the past. At least this is what, you know, the universe is asking you guys to do at this time. There's definitely, you guys are definitely being tested again. I could see that very clearly here. Yeah, because the original ruler of Pisces is Jupiter. And it's in the third house of Gemini, which talks about learning. And Mars, your ruler, Aries, is in the third house. So there's really a big emphasis on relearning something from the past and redoing it. But getting the fine details right. Okay. August 4th, that same day, Mercury goes retrograde. What did I just say? Mercury goes retrograde. So there we go. Your mind, your thoughts, your communication, it will be thinking about something from the past. There will be a redo. It's either going to involve work. It's going to involve potentially traveling. It's going to potentially involve everything I just said before. A redo of something from the past. What I'm picking up on, since Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini, and Mars is your ruler for my sun, moon, rising Aries, there's going to be an emphasis on acting. Oh my gosh. Acting on what you know. Jupiter is knowledge, information, wisdom, higher knowledge. Mars is all about action. It's the child in astrology. So what have you guys learned? Whatever this is, because it's going to play out differently for some of you. That's what you're being asked at this time. For some of you, it's definitely work. I see this here with Ceres in your 10th house and retrograde in Capricorn, and Saturn being in the 12th house, and Chiron in retrograde in the 1st house, and the South Node in the 7th house. There's an emphasis of what do you guys want to manifest? What do you guys want to manifest into the physical plane? Are you going to let setbacks hold you back? Are you going to let other people hold you back? Are you going to go after what it is you want? How selfish are you going to be? Because there's karma that goes along with that. Yes, with the North Node being in Aries right now, we're all going to be selfish on some type of level. But you have to balance out these energies, all of these energies. And that's not easy. It's easier said than done, right? So if you go too far with the North Node, no matter what the zodiac sign is, it's like you're not gonna go very far, or you're gonna go very far, but then you're gonna lose it all. So it's all about balancing it, and you don't want to go too big with being too selfish. But at the same time, you're definitely being asked to think about yourself right now and think about your wants, your dreams, so you can heal something in your life, and it relates to your confidence, possibly for some of you, your body. There's definitely some of you guys are learning how to take better care of your body. I do see that. Some of you guys are learning how to speak up with Uranus and Taurus. Taurus rules the throat chakra. Okay, let's move on. August 4th, new moon in Leo in the 5th house. So something new is happening when it comes to romance. Something new is happening for some of you when it comes to being on stage in front of people. For some of you, this is talking about children, having children. For some of you, this is talking about being creative when it comes to how you make your money. And it would be talking about doing something you're passionate about for work, right? So, the sun is the ruler of Leo, and it's already at home in the 5th house. So when it comes to romance, I see Venus being in your 6th house. So for some of you, this is definitely going to manifest when it comes to work. Like I said, some of you are going to want to make more money during this time. There's going to be more of an emphasis. So I think some of you may be getting a second job, I don't know, a third job, whatever your situation is. And you would be able to get it during this time. However, when Mercury hits retrograde, which is it the day after? Okay, you may have difficulty getting a job during Mercury retrograde, or if you do, I don't believe it'll last very long. I mean, it may, but I don't think so. I just don't. I think you'd have better luck while Venus is in Virgo and then Mercury goes direct. So yeah, I think Mercury will be direct in Leo at that point, but still, I that would be for a reason, but I think that would be a better time. But you guys do whatever you want. I never allow astrology to dictate my life, that's for sure. And if you're an Aries, then I would think for the most part you guys are the same that way, because Aries don't allow, you know, fate to, you know, dictate their life. We create our own fate. It's how we manifest. So yeah. Anyway, for some of you, this is definitely going to be talking about healing your heart chakra at this time. The reason I say this is because the 6th house talks about healing. And I feel like with this new moon in the 5th house is the heart chakra, because this is Leo energy. But Venus is in the 6th house, so I just feel very strongly what you guys are, there's going to be a light shining in the 5th house, and it connects with something new manifesting, whether it's something physical or it's just an energy, it doesn't matter. You guys are going to be revisiting an idea, or you're going to be revisiting somebody or something from the past, and I feel like whatever this is, healing will take place. And yeah, I think for some of you, it would be a relationship, because Juno is here. Juno is soulmate energy, and it's in Virgo. And I feel like there's a reason why this would be happening at this time, and it would be delayed. It wouldn't be happening right now, and this is because Mercury's in retrograde. If anything, it would be a delay in communication or miscommunications, and then it's like, okay, time needs to go by, and then things may unfold. But there's like this stellium going on in all energies. Like out of all the energies, it's Virgo intentionally for you guys, because your south node is in the 7th house. So it doesn't mean that like you're doomed while the south node is in Libra in the 7th house, like stay away from relationships. However, there is something to this where there's an emphasis on what have you learned from the past in order to hold down a relationship, in order to get the relationship of your dreams, in order to get the relationship that would give you Libra energy. Because I feel like with the south node being in Libra, it's not giving Libra vibes. I just don't. It gives you like the benefits of Libra, but no, I'm sorry, the perks of Libra, but not the benefits. There's a difference to that. It's like pretty girl energy. It's like, okay, there's some perks, but what are the benefits? There's no benefits. For anybody who doesn't feel like they're pretty out there and you think like pretty girls have it, no, they don't. And I don't know. I'm not a hot girl, so maybe it's a totally different world. I don't think so. I don't think it's deep. It's not deep enough for me anyway. So my point here is there is an emphasis to bring, to use the north node to your advantage when it comes to the 7th house, because no matter what, you have the north node in your 1st house and the south node in your 7th house. So there's always something to both energies, and they're both emphasizing your 1st and 7th house. So you need to bring like what you want, and like not leave that behind when it comes to 7th house energy. You can't try to please others. You can't just try to give in to others. A lot of people misunderstand our energy, and oh wait, you know what, I should actually put this here for us, because this would make more sense, I feel like, during this time. We have Lilith in our 7th house. So for those of you who don't understand how this is unfolding during this time, we're not taking shit. Now, I think most people believe who truly do not understand Aries energy, the ones who just like fall for the show with us, like the tough exterior, they don't understand that this is how we are in relationships, that we bend over backwards for people, and people take advantage of us all the time. So now I feel like there is this energy that is unfolding, where we're not backing down from the fight. We're not backing down from our beliefs. We're not backing down from the knowledge we've learned from our past experiences. Usually we're more open, I feel like, because we're Mars. Mars is all about needing to try something ourselves, despite how something may look or seem, or despite how everybody and their mother is telling you don't do it. Like, we don't care. We are Mars. We are the baby that's born into this world for, you know, quote unquote, the first time. And we need to try it ourselves to find out. We're not doing that this time around when it comes to relationships. And that's because Chiron is here to remind us of the pain, and not like in that Scorpio type of way where it's like we're holding on to it, you know. It's more like it's helping us heal, like truly heal, because we don't want to go through it again. And that's not to say like in general we can't avoid pain. Like, no, it doesn't matter. Like, you're gonna experience it again and again and again. And I know we try to avoid certain kinds of pain, but you can't. And it's all intentional at certain times for specific reasons. The point here is that it's intentional to get us confident in relationships and to not bend and to have integrity. I feel like we don't really have too much integrity when it comes to having our own back for like until we're pushed. Like, why is it until we're pushed then we have our own back? That makes no sense to me. We have everybody else's back right away. It's dumb. So yeah, I feel like that's what's going on with us right now, with Lilith being there in the South Node. So August 7th, Sun in Leo in the 5th house is sextiling Jupiter in Gemini. So a sextile, again, this is going to be an energy that you have to put energy into in order for it to manifest. Otherwise, it's just going to sit there. And with the Sun and Jupiter, these are two loud energies. These are loud, confident, fiery energies. And we have Jupiter in the 3rd house, communication, talking, learning. It wants to just talk. That's all it wants to do. And it wants to be seen. It wants to be noticed for its knowledge. That's what's going on here with that energy. But it's not like an attacky type of way. I mean, it probably will come off that way because Jupiter's in Gemini. That's not knocking my Geminis at all. I'm just calling it the way it is with Jupiter being here. It's probably, and especially with the Sun in Leo in the 5th house, these are just loud energies that most people don't vibe with or just don't understand, and they feel like this type of energy is trying to like steal the show. And it's like, really, what's going on here is just passion. Jupiter is fire, the Sun is fire. All fire signs are passion. They speak from their heart. So yeah, so these two, it's like the second you guys are talking about something you really like, something you feel that you are knowledgeable on, you're going to want to express this. You may express this publicly. You may express what it is you're learning, what it is you're teaching, what other people are teaching you, what other people are expressing to you, because Gemini energy speaks of learning from other people. It's multiple people. This could be for those of you that are going to have children, you guys telling people you know that you're going to have children. And I also just think of this in general as a feel-good energy with friends, vibing. If it's not friends, then I'm going to say it's romance. And feeling super confident, definitely. Yeah. Okay, we can leave it there. That same day, August 7th, Mercury in Virgo, in retrograde in your 6th house, will be conjunct Venus in Virgo in your 6th house. So when Mercury and Venus are talking to each other, this is, I'm trying to think of how I want to go about this. Okay, so I'm going to focus on this as if It's not in retrograde. And then I'll bring it back to retrograde. So when Mercury and Venus are conjunct, your thoughts will be on money. Your thoughts will be on love. Your thoughts will be on wanting to be comfortable. All things Venus. And the fact that it's in Virgo, your thoughts will be trying to make these things better. It's really that simple. And then you'll also be talking about these things. And whatever these things are, it'll be regarding ideas about the past. So that's where retrograde is thrown in. So since it's happening in your 6th house, I would say you guys could potentially be talking to old coworkers. You guys could be traveling for work at this time. It could be to a place you guys have traveled to before. You guys could be making money through traveling. You guys may be spending money for traveling. You guys may be having to revisit some type of issue that needed fixing and having to spend money, and it has something to do with work. And the same applies for like health, okay? It would be a topic that you were aware of, that you knew needed some type of fixing. Whether this is exercise or some type of doctor's appointment you've been holding off, a surgery, something. That's what I think of here. Like your mind would be not fixated, I'm sorry. Your mind would be thinking about something regarding the past that you knew you had to get on top of, but you didn't. You basically procrastinated, or it just got held off. It got delayed, canceled. You just didn't have the time. Now, time is up. You are revisiting this, and you may be spending money. If you're not spending money, I would just say you're having a good time. You're enjoying yourself. There's some type of comfort. I don't know if it's not comfort because it's Virgo energy at the end of the day, but it's not super, it's not jittery energy because you're in your thoughts and you're overthinking and you're overanalyzing, you're blah, blah, blah. Like, no, that's not what I'm getting at all with these two energies. And that's because Mercury being in retrograde in its ruler, Virgo. Wait, I think I said that weird or wrong. Whatever. You guys understand what I'm trying to say. It's like, it's not a discomfort is what I'm trying to say. It's still like a nice energy despite having to do work. And I will tell you, this does talk about having to do work, but I don't feel like there's a strong emphasis on the work. Like, I'm not getting a lot of energy here. I'm not getting like, oh, I'm sweating and or I'm I have no energy because of all, the things I have to do around here. Like, I'm not getting that at all. So yeah, what else? All right, August 9th, Juno enters Libra. So Juno is leaving. You guys also may meet somebody during work. You may meet somebody while traveling. But I feel like it's either going to be a place you've been before or somebody you already know because of that retrograde. Okay, sorry, now we can move on. Juno is entering Libra. All right. So now we have Juno, South Node, and yes, okay. I'm so glad I said what I just said. I always feel like it's intentional. Okay, so Juno is soulmate energy. It's transiting in your 7th house, and it's in Libra. It's like there is this energy of wanting to be in a relationship, but I feel like at the same time, there is definitely an energy of wanting to get it right because the ruler of Libra is Venus, and it's in your 6th house in Virgo. It will be, like I already said, I don't want to keep repeating myself, so I won't. But you're just going to be crossing your T's, dotting your I's. And you guys, to be honest with you, you might be a little bit bitchy about it because of Lilith being there and the South Node. Because it's like, I feel like with Aries energy, we hate repeating ourselves. I cannot stand that. Like, I literally can't stand myself when I repeat myself, and I hear it all the time. And I'm like, oh my God. Or like with this channel, I feel like since I feel this calling when it comes to spirituality and healing, I have to constantly talk about the past or my own personal things. I hate that so much because it's like, I don't want to talk about the past, and I don't want to talk about, like, I don't want to repeat myself. I don't want to do that. But it's like, I never know who's listening for the first time. And if I can help somebody out there by telling my own random, you know, stories here and there, then I feel a calling to do that. But it makes me mad, like deep down. I hate it. And I feel like, I feel like that's what's going on here with the the repetition. There is some type of anger around not wanting to repeat mistakes, okay? Yeah, because Uranus is in Taurus in the second house, like, and Venus is the ruler of Taurus. Forget about money for a second. What do we value? There is a shakeup in having stability, all right? And I mean, it depends on your age, but this is where we are maturing into. Like, this is the energy we are evolving into. At least most of us, again, depending on what age you're at. You guys may be evolving into Gemini energy at this point. I don't know. But it's usually Taurus energy. So now it's like there is this timing that is coming, and it's because Neptune's in retrograde and Saturn. Oh wait, no, not Saturn. I'm sorry. It's because Neptune's in retrograde, and it's almost time for Neptune to leave Pisces. I don't remember the time frame. Like, I don't know if it's next year or 2 years from now, but time is ticking. It's in 29 degrees. So the reason I'm bringing this up randomly is because this is talking about 12th house energy, talking about manifesting your dreams. What are your dreams? And there's an emphasis about relearning something here and being in touch with your intuition and trusting yourself, like trusting what you know, and being confident in it this time. And when you feel that way, I feel like you're not going to shy away from relationships. I feel like people who are so burned, so hurt from past relationships, it's like, and I know this is the Aries in me talking, this is Mars, the god of war, but it's like, how could you allow somebody from your past to still stand with you to this day and allow them to win? Like, really, I can't fathom that. Like, I get pissed at myself when I'm not over somebody the next day. Like, and I know that's not healthy, and I'm not trying to bring that up to like compare notes. I'm bringing it up to let you know, like, this is how you guys, to some degree, should be looking at it, in a sense that you're allowing like the ghosts of the past to be with you, and you're allowing those people to control you who have hurt you or who have betrayed you, and you're like allowing them to rob you from the future. Like, what the fuck? Like, I would never, like, never, I would force myself to heal. I would force myself to do whatever before I ever allow somebody who betrayed me, treated me like dirt or shit, to control my life, or my destiny. Like, I'll be fucking damned. And that is Lilith right here in Libra, anger in Libra type of energy, because it's like, you get angry from all the shit you do for another person in a relationship, and then you realize, like, they're fucking selfish, and then you end up fucking getting all Aries on them and exploding on them, right? You become this like volcano. You erupt out of nowhere because all you did was overgive, 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 because you are Libra in the 7th house. It's not, it can be unhealthy sometimes if it's not evolved Libra energy. And for some of you, that's going to resonate. And for some of you, it won't, because you may be already evolved with your Libra energy. So for those of you that are evolved in relationships already, and you know how to give and take, like how to receive, and you won't take anything less, then I would say this is talking about business partnerships, contracts, and having anger around, you know, like false advertising, or because there's Gemini energy here and Mars is here, so there's arguments around contracts, misleading advertisements, something of that nature. A sale going wrong is what I think of, especially with Mercury in retrograde. And the South Node is bringing this back up for some of you. I would say it connects with business for some of you. So Juno may be talking about either harmony with yourself, or finding harmony with a business partner that is not corrupt, or somebody who is Aries-like, which is loyal, right? That's also the other side to Aries. It's not just God of War. So I feel like during this time, the whole reason Mercury's in retrograde and Venus is in Virgo, these critical, judgmental, analytical energies, which are connected somehow to your 7th house, is because you guys are really like making sure that you know what you're getting yourself into, and what you want in the future. So I do think that's what's going on here, because I really don't think it's just stay away from 7th house energy. I think, yes, to some degree, this is not the priority. With the South Node being in the 7th house, I would say this is not a priority. You are the priority to heal yourself. Focus on whatever it is you guys are trying to manifest, whether it's you know, a home, whether it's a family, a business, I don't know, whatever it is you guys are trying to do, like that's supposed to be your main priority. Whether it's healing, whether it's getting fit, that's it. And then this would be second. So I hope all that made sense. August 14th, Mars in Gemini in your 3rd house is conjunct Jupiter in Gemini. So this one's interesting because it could play out in several different ways. And I mean, just like any transit, right? So how I like to look at it is this. These are loud energies. This is Sagittarius energy. This is Aries energy. And they're in a very talkative sign. They're in a sign that is mutable. They're in a sign that just will ask shameless questions and doesn't care. And it's in a learning house nonetheless. And it's in a house with their local friends, uncles, aunts, cousins, people you know, people you're close to. When I think of Jupiter, I think of whatever it touches upon. Whatever it touches, it expands upon. And when I think of Mars, I think of action. I think of being brave. I think of courage. I think of fighting. I think of competitions. I think of loyalty. I think of the soldier. So the way this can manifest in your 3rd house is having a lot of fun. Having a lot of fun. Being action oriented when it comes to learning new things and communicating these things. I feel like another way this can manifest is being extremely egotistic because this is two fire energies, okay? Yes, it's an air energy, but all I'm thinking of is like the wind blowing the fire, like, and expanding it, like moving it around. It's not going out. I think of troublemaker energy because I think of all my friends, and the majority of them are Sagittariuses. And I feel like Aries and Sagittarius energy are troublemakers. More so Aries, but it doesn't matter. It's these two planets are loud. So another way to look at it too is, since Jupiter's the husband and Mars can be looked at as sex, I think there's a chance for some of you guys could find the person you end up marrying during this time, since there's definitely something going on here. And I do connect Virgo energy with sex. I don't think it's just holy energy like Virgin Mary energy. No, I don't think so. I think Virgo energy is a freak in the sheets for sure. So I think with Mars and Jupiter here, this could be marrying the enemy, because yeah, I think it could be marrying the enemy for sure. So that's something to watch out for those of you who are talking to somebody right now. Because, you know, it's crazy, you know, when things end up playing out, right? And then for those of you who like are into stuff like this, and you look back at the transits during certain time frames, it's like you can see these things playing out. I mean, that's the thing that sucks about it. It's like it could play out in so many different ways. Who's to say? Unless you get a psychic reading. But my point is that with Chiron being in retrograde in Aries, it's like it really just depends where you guys, so it's like, forget about astrology. Let's say you don't believe in it. It's like, where are you guys at in general with your healing journey, or like your soul's evolution? Where are you guys at mentally? Are you healed? I mean, we're never fully healed, but you know what I mean? Are you working on yourself? Are you self-aware? Because if you're not, then I feel like going backwards, like let's say, okay, you end up seeing how this transit manifests, right? Now we go back in time. Let's say it didn't turn out to be good. Were you guys doing the work? And it's like, if you weren't, then Chiron and retrograde proved that to be true. You ended up getting hurt. Aries, Chiron, first house, North Node. It's like you were driving in gear, like in full speed ahead, the dragon without its head or whatever. And it's like you weren't paying attention. So, you know, it depends on you guys at the end of the day, is what I'm trying to say. All right. I feel like this can also talk about taking action with your local community, with your friends, like going somewhere. Because when I think about Jupiter, I also think about the 9th house, and this can talk about traveling. So, and Mars is all about action. And since it's in your 3rd house, your local community, I think about like traveling with people. And maybe getting in fights with them. This could definitely be that too. Arguing with your local group of people and it like blowing up. I don't think it would be, but it could be, yeah. Okay. And it would be that because Mercury is the ruler of Gemini, right? And Mercury is in Virgo during this time. So is Venus. This is talking about money. So this could be arguments around money or things from the past. Or work. Okay. That same day, Mercury in retrograde goes back into Leo. So I feel like this will manifest with you guys in a way where You guys will want to talk about yourselves. You guys will want to talk about the things you're passionate about, the things you are accomplishing in your life at this time. And it's going to involve things about the past. So maybe you get a letter in the mail that, I don't know, is talking about something you've accomplished from the past, but you're only finding out now. Like, I don't know, you got accepted into some type of great school and you want to share this publicly with the world. I think that's one way it could manifest. Mercury going to retrograde. I think for those of you who do want to have children, you guys could be revisiting this idea at this time, an old idea about having children, especially since the sun is in the 5th house in Leo. This speaks of children. You guys could be acting childlike. I feel like you guys could be when I think of Mercury and Leo in general, I think of fiery energy, like being like, it's not for everyone. It's not for everyone, right? Just like Aries energy is not for everyone, as we know. I feel like this takes on a very similar energy to Mercury in Aries, where it's like we may be talking about ourselves, and it may be in a funny type of way. Like, Mercury in Aries is funny energy. I mean, this is, I'm not saying it as an Aries, like I'm calling it what it is. It is the comedian of the zodiac, along with Mercury in Gemini. But I feel like fire signs in general, like Mercury, having Mercury in a fire sign can give you that type of aspect as well. So I feel like that's what you guys may experience here, because the sun is happy energy and it's confidence. And yeah, Mercury being in retrograde, it's not direct, but maybe there's a slowdown with, I don't know, like maybe the way you guys would be communicating about yourselves or the things you're passionate about or happy, like it wouldn't be so unrelatable, where most people are like, oh, I can't stand Leos, or or they're all about themselves. Like, maybe because it would be in retrograde, it wouldn't take on that full type of energy, is what I'm trying to say. August 15th, Mars in Gemini in your 3rd house is squaring Saturn in Pisces in your 12th house. So to me, this is like holding yourself back potentially with the things you want to say. Like, I think of restriction. I think of Mars as the child and Saturn as the father. And there's something here about the father wanting to stop the child from running its mouth. And a square is tension, it's a block, it's a holdup, it's a karmic lesson. Like, more time is required. So I feel like there's something you guys may want to do on this day, and something happens that you don't see happening and you're not able to do it. Is there anything else I want to add to that? I think, yeah, it could also be a fight, potentially. August 18th, Mercury in Leo in retrograde in your 5th house is squaring Uranus in Taurus in your 2nd house. So to me, this is an argument. This is something unexpectedly happening that blocks you from seeing things clearly, from understanding something clearly. It's like communication does not come out the way it was supposed to. Something comes out misunderstood or not clear, and it causes some type of tension. It's almost as if like something ungrounded was said, which is not a surprise, I feel like, with Mercury being in Leo. And it may be something about the past, since Mercury's in retrograde. And it may be something that should not have been said out loud, is the way I want to say this, because I'm getting this energy of like a block with the throat chakra. Like it should not have been said. Like I feel like something will be said out loud about the past, and there will be friction with this. If it's not fighting or arguments verbally, then I feel like you guys will just have tension with your thoughts, and it could involve money. It could involve your group of friends, because Uranus rules Aquarius, right? And the 11th house talks about your group of friends. It talks about the internet. It talks about social networking. And you guys have Pluto there right now. So it's like right now you guys are shifting into this, I want to say, leadership position with your group of friends. Like you're looked at as some type of powerful individual who either has a lot of connections or knows a lot of people, or like I said, maybe powerful with your money. But how you guys make your money also would be surrounded, it would involve something freedom oriented. This is connecting with how you guys appear. So everything I just said, somehow this could potentially be on your mind, causing conflict. There may be an issue with money around this time frame, I feel like. It's either an issue, or you guys are trying to think about how you can make your money in a way where you guys feel valued, where you guys feel seen. Because I'm getting this healing energy in the 6th house with that heart chakra. And then I look at Ceres being in retrograde in Capricorn in that 10th house. So something here, it's like you guys are trying to heal something going on in the workplace. Okay. You guys are trying to manifest something regarding work. If it's not work, then it's you guys trying to manifest how you're seen. And this also connects with Pluto being in Aquarius in your 11th house. There's some type of internal strategy, I feel like, that is that like you're working on internally within yourself, that you guys are transforming. You know what it is too, with Jupiter and Mars and Gemini, I'm also getting that confident energy because Mercury rules Gemini. And with Mercury being in Leo, another fire sign, I'm thinking just like what a big head, like really, like even bigger than most Aries heads, right? There's something to this, like a really loud energy, like really believing in your ideas, your thoughts, the things you want to do and manifest. And I think there's something to this because Uranus talks about intuition. So there's some type of intuition going on with how you guys make your money. And you guys may be following that at this time. All right. But I think when you follow your intuition, you're going to hit roadblocks. I don't think it's ever just a smooth, road ahead. August 18th, that same day, Sun in Leo in your 5th house is conjunct Mercury in Leo, in retrograde in your 5th house. So when the Sun and Mercury are talking to each other, right? Like, let's forget about the retrograde part for a second. When Sun and Mercury are talking to each other, this is another confident energy. Why? Because the Sun rules Leo. Think Leo energy. And now think of that energy being in your head. Like, think of the Sun, which rules Leo, being in your mind. Think of how confident Leos are. Think of how confident these individuals are, even when some of them should not be. Okay? Like, that's what you guys are going to be feeling. And I got to be honest with you guys. So I have this natally, and there are so many times in my life I should not be feeling confident, and I do. I don't know. I just do. And even when I don't feel confident, this energy has the same effect where it's like, oh, you got to feel good. You got to feel happy. You got to keep it moving. Let's go, girl. Get on this bandwagon quick before you fall off. So it's a very positive energy when it comes to like the well-being of your mind, especially when shit is going down. So I think with the Sun conjunct Mercury, it's also a very smart energy. And the reason for this is, and I'm not just saying this because it's because Mercury is your thoughts and your communication. And when the Sun is there, it's lighting something up. You're able to see something very clearly. It doesn't mean you're going to be, a genius or super articulate. No, not by any means, I can assure you. But it is talking about being intelligent and being very smart. So I think you guys will be feeling this big time. And more so with the retrograde theme. So I know Mercury retrogrades get a bad rap, but I think it's a good transit that's happening for Mercury retrograde, the Sun conjunct Mercury. So I think you guys will be able to see something more clearly when it comes to an idea, an old idea you guys have when it comes to 5th house things. So for some of you, it's going to be about how to make your money in a way where you're seen. That's also the Sun too. So this also makes sense to me. Your thoughts will be about how can I make money in a way where I feel valued, appreciated, and seen. That's what I'm getting here. And the reason for this again is because Venus is in Virgo. The ruler, Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. And again, we have some type of learning going on in this 3rd house that you guys are expanding upon. So, and it also connects to something about your dreams that you guys are trying to manifest. I think for some of you, this is also talking about a relationship. I see Mercury in retrograde. So this would be about somebody you've been with before, somebody you've talked to before. And this is why you guys are crossing your T's, dotting your I's, like I already said. You may be seeing this person more clearly during this time. And yes, I do mean what I said, despite Mercury being in retrograde. I feel like what you would be seeing that maybe you never saw or had difficulty seeing has something to do with their Leo energy, their confidence, their 5th house energy. Okay. March 8th. March. Whoa. No. That was weird. August 18th, Venus and Virgo in your 6th house is squaring Jupiter and Gemini in your 3rd house. So when Venus and Jupiter are talking to each other in general, this is like, you better be sure you want to commit, because if you don't, this is going to be a problem, because whatever Jupiter touches, it expands upon. So there's a lot of gaslighting going on when it comes to romance, love, or money. So if it's talking to Venus in a negative way, this could be talking about spending more money than you really have. Or it could be talking about exactly what I just said. Gaslighting people, feeling some kind of way about maybe multiple people, and making over promises that you can't keep, because Jupiter's in Gemini. This is talking about words, expanding upon your words, and this would be people you guys know. So there's tension, there's friction, there's a block when it comes to, I want to say this is talking about work with money. You guys may have difficulty. You guys may, okay. So if you guys applied for another job or a new job, something like this, during Mercury retrograde or right before Mercury turns retrograde, and they told you you got it, you may hear delayed news, or you may get a phone call like telling you, turns out we can't hire you until like for another 3 more months, or turns out we don't need any more people, sorry, you know, we'll keep your information on file. That's how that could play out with Jupiter squaring Venus, because it's like your luck, your blessings get blocked, something gets held up, and it has to do with words. Like you will find something out, and it's going to affect, I want to say, your money when it comes to work, because Venus is in Virgo. So for those of you where it's not about work, where it's not about money, I would say this is talking about getting news about your health. Like it's like, okay, you got to start eating better, you got to start doing more workouts, you got to do this, you got to do that. When it comes to relationships, I think for some of you, this could be like nothing happening is what I want to say. Like either conversations going wrong or no conversations at all, because something's blocked. Virgo and Gemini both are ruled by Mercury, okay? And they're both mutable signs. Yet both of these houses, the 3rd and the 6th house, there is friction here. There is a holdup. Something is not happening. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to add on to that, but I don't think so. All right, let's move on. All right, that same day, August 19th, Jupiter in Gemini in your 3rd house is squaring Saturn in Pisces in your 12th. So another square, another holdup, more time is required. But with what? It's either you guys holding yourselves back with information you have, words you want to expand upon. Because with Saturn in the 12th, I'm thinking of, or just Saturn in general, I'm thinking of boundaries. I'm thinking of restrictions. And since Jupiter is the original ruler of Pisces and it's in the 3rd house, I feel like something is like, it feels, Pisces, feels like it gets lost. And so like you guys don't express something, or you guys don't expand upon something, whether it's teaching or expressing something. I'm getting like holding yourself back and restricting yourselves. Maybe not traveling. Okay, that same day, Venus in Virgo in the 6th house is in opposition to Saturn in Pisces. So, wait. Okay, so when Venus and Saturn are talking to each other in a positive way, or a way where, okay, you got to work at it, but there's hope here, that's basically talking about investing in time and there being, like time being worth value. Like something is worth it here. So this is what I'm getting with Saturn in opposition to Venus in general. it's like two energies that compromise because they see the bigger picture in the end. So Saturn being in the 12th house, I feel like this is like being extremely mature with one's thoughts and like growing up. I feel like getting real with themselves, and then making sure to express this verbally, like what they should be saying and what they shouldn't. Sometimes it can be depression. It can be because you're holding yourself back. When you hold yourself back, when you hold your own energy back, it's like you're doing a disservice to yourself. I do think everybody has a different journey though. So I'm sure that there are so many people out there that do have the journey of silence, of needing to hold themselves back. And then I'm sure there's a lot of people where it looks like they should be holding themselves back, but they shouldn't. So I think with this energy, with Saturn being in Pisces in the 12th house in opposition to Venus in Virgo, it's like bringing something out from the unseen to be seen, to make something a reality. So I feel like there's something you guys are trying to make happen in your mind, and it's talking about work. And I feel like there's, so this transit for some of you is going to be talking literally about money and work, and making the non-tangible tangible, and making money from an idea of yours, okay? And this is going to be healing. I'm going to tell you right now, because it's in Virgo and Venus is here. That's just my intake. And whatever it is, it's like it'll be like the beginning of some type of investment. And you wouldn't be going too big with it because Venus is in Virgo. It's an earth sign. It wouldn't go too crazy anyway. And because Saturn is here in opposition to Venus. So Saturn and Venus are coming together because that's how oppositions work. Well, they're both compromising with something. So I think Venus wouldn't be as like whatever they believed would be the dream to make the money. It's like it's not going to be exactly that, but it's going to be close enough. So are you going to meet Saturn halfway? Venus is like, yeah. So I think for money, that's how it'll manifest. When it comes to relationships, same idea. This person cannot be perfect, but they have the general energy of the dream. So let's meet them halfway. Yeah. Okay. So August 19th, there is a full moon in Aquarius in your 11th house. So full moons to me, I'm sure everybody's different, really depends what's going on in your natal chart. They don't illuminate, not every full moon illuminates everything for me. Things are partially illuminated. And I think that's actually pretty cool within itself. But when you think about a full moon and you look up, it's like that's not really the full moon, right? Like there is an illusion there, because what are you really seeing? You're seeing the reflection of the light. You're not really seeing the full moon. And I think since this is how we talk about these planets, I know the moon isn't a planet, but this is how we talk about these energies in general, right? So if that's the case, I don't really believe a full moon is fully illuminating something. That's just my personal opinion. So yeah, I think something will be illuminated to some degree in your 11th house. So your group of friends, your dreams, your deepest desires. For some of you, it's going to be connected with how you make your money. Why? Because Uranus rules Aquarius and it's in your 2nd house. The original ruler of Aquarius is Saturn, and it's in your 12th house. And there's something going on with Saturn opposition Venus, where the two are coming together and they're compromising in order to manifest something tangible for you. So I think you're going to see something that in order to come into your power, Pluto, 11th house, Aquarius, you have to work with other people. These people may be very different than who you are. If they're not your group of friends, you guys may be social networking on the internet, or you just may be social networking with different people. It would connect back with your money. There being some type of change here. Again, because it's not picture perfect or the way you had imagined, there may be some anger around this with contracts because of the South Node and Lilith. But at the same time, you're gaining Juno. This is soulmate energy. There is a compromise here. I'm seeing it. Anything else with the full moon? Something may be illuminated on the internet for you guys. Because I think of Uranus again as the ruler of Aquarius, and it's in Taurus. Taurus rules the throat chakra. So talking, conversations on the internet, seeing something on the internet. Because when I think of a full moon, I think of visuals, like you're seeing, like I'm getting a seeing energy. And Saturn, again, is the original ruler of Aquarius, and it's coming together with Venus and Virgo, right? So it's kind of like, in a sense, leaving the 12th house. It's not really. But something is coming out so it can be seen. So there's something to that. I think you guys will definitely be seeing yourselves stepping into your power with something. Or you guys will be seeing your power or the potential of your power. Okay. What else? August 19th, same day. Sun in Leo in the 5th house is squaring Uranus in Taurus. Did I just go over that? I can't remember now. Hold on. No. Okay. So these are two loud energies. It basically is talking about Aquarius energy and Leo energy. And there's tension, there's friction, there's a block, there's a holdup. It's talking to your second house, your money, the things you value, the things you own, and you guys, how you shine, how you express yourselves. I think because Taurus rules the throat chakra and 5th house is all about expression, there may be a disruption with how you guys express yourselves on the internet, or how you're perceived on the internet from your group of friends, is what I want to say. Yeah, like people may think you guys should be holding yourselves back. Like you should not be expressing something. You should not be the sun. That's what I'm getting, because again, it's Sun squaring Uranus. And you guys may or may not understand, like from a higher perspective, as to why this may be something you experience during this time. And the reason I say this is because Uranus is intuition. It's a download. It's a message from spirit. It's also hope. It's also a randomly good message. It's something unexpected that can be positive. But the square makes it tension and friction and a holdup and a block. And it's talking to the sun, which is a happy-go-lucky energy. It is confident, and it is just think of like how you feel when the sun is on you. Well, everybody feels different with that, right? Just think of how the sun is supposed to make you feel. So you guys may misunderstand people. Like maybe people are jealous of you and they don't want to see you shine. Maybe people just don't want to hear you talk about yourself. Maybe you don't realize that, you know, the people you surround yourself with are miserable, so they don't, you know, misery loves company, that type of thing. So therefore it's like you're not able to see clearly during this transit. It would feel just negative during this time. It may feel like you don't like have freedom to express yourself fully, okay? August 22nd, Sun enters Virgo. Okay, so the Sun is leaving the 5th house and it's entering your 6th house. How is this going to manifest? Your energy, your battery, all of this is going to be in the 6th house. Work or your health regimen, how you take care of yourself. What's your daily routine look like? There is going to be a light shining when it comes to this area of your life. Excuse me. So, do you guys have fun when it comes to your daily regimen? Like, do you want to have fun? So for those of you who want to work out and get in better shape, how can you make these things, how can you turn these things into something you actually enjoy? I think that's how you're going to be looking at it. And the reason I'm saying this is because Mercury, the ruler of Virgo, is in the 5th house in Leo. So I do believe because the Sun is the ruler of Leo, it connects back to that. And because again, we're talking about 6th house things. 6th house is work. So I think you guys will be shining at work. Wherever the sun is, it can't help but be seen. So whatever you guys do for a living, you're going to be noticed and you're going to be recognized for sure. People will be talking about whatever it is you guys are doing at work. And I feel like you're going to be loved for it because Venus is in Virgo in the 6th house with you. All right, so August 22nd, that same day, Venus and Virgo is squaring Mars in Gemini. So Venus and Mars squaring each other, this is talking about, again, a block, a delay, some type of friction. And it's basically giving me like females fighting the males. Like it is literally like the man fighting the woman. And if it's not that type of energy, then I'm going to say it's like fighting about some type of conversation regarding money, regarding your worth, like what your value is. Or it could be you guys wanting to be comfortable. Like it's giving me Taurus and like Mars and Taurus vibes now. Like this could be talking about your physical vitality and wanting to like be physical and active, like with an exercise, but not having the energy to do so. That's also another way of looking at this, I feel like. But because Mars is in Gemini and it's all about your mouth and talking, and definitely learning for sure. But you're learning because people are talking, whether it's on the internet or in person. And there's a square with Venus. You guys may... I just think you guys may get in a fight with people close to you. People you know, your local community, your friends, your cousins, your siblings, aunts and uncles during this time. And it may involve, you guys being seen, you guys getting attention, you guys maybe getting an increase in pay or maybe a decrease. You know, who knows? I don't know. I don't think it's a decrease though, honestly, looking at the other transits. But since Mars is the ruler of Aries, and you got Chiron there in retrograde, there's definitely like a revisit to something like this. It's gonna bring up your confidence. Like, it's a revisit to, are you confident? Okay. And if not, why? What does this really have to do with? Where is this wound coming from? So April 23rd, Mercury in Leo in the 5th house in retrograde is sextiling Mars in Gemini in the 3rd house. So it's a sextile, so you got to put in action. You have to do something in order for this energy to manifest. Otherwise, it's just going to sit there and nothing will happen. When Mercury and Mars are talking to each other, that's funny. It's giving me Mercury and Aries vibes. And now Mercury and Aries energy, if you guys, you guys may not have it. it's basically conversations with yourself, and you're having some type of argument, like an argument in your head with somebody else, but it's literally with you. Like you're having a fake fight with somebody in your head because you're so angry about something somebody said, and then you probably acted all Libra-like. Oh, you guys hear that? The thunder? Anyway, so what else? Mercury and Libra. I mean, Mercury and Aries is, you know, conversations about yourself, thinking about yourself, thinking about the moves, the action you have to take. And I feel like since Mercury would be talking to Mars, which is the ruler of Aries, this is like a similar energy, especially since Mercury will be in Leo, which is a fire sign. There's a lot of passion there. There's energy about talking about themselves and the things that they are proud to show off and express to the world. Because it's in retrograde, it would be something about the past, but it may be talking about the action you guys are taking in order to you guys just may be taking action on something, and so it's literally either physical action, this Mercury sextile Mars, or it would be talking about the action you're going to take, or action you have to take because of something involving the past. And it has something to do with your local community or your friends, fighting with your friends, an old fight resurfacing. All right, August 24th, Vesta enters Virgo. So Vesta, I didn't have this before, but it's fine. There's no room. Vesta. So Vesta is that inner flame that just won't die. It won't burn out. It's just the passion you have for something. So you guys will be very passionate about work, whether it's working towards yourself, feeling good about yourself, getting healthier, getting better, or it would be feeling passionate about work and fixing things that needed to be fixed. August 26th, Ceres goes direct in Capricorn. See, I'm telling you. So Ceres, which talks about healing, is now direct. And I feel like this is a storyline that is leading up to healing something at the workplace and how you're seen and making your dreams come true, and you're nurturing something. It may not be exactly what you wanted to manifest, but it will be close enough. August 27th, Venus in Virgo in your 6th house will be trining Uranus in Taurus in your 2nd house. So a trine is easy energy. It's a blessing. It's either a gift being given to you, or you guys are just naturally, this just naturally comes to you. So you may not even feel this energy. So with Venus and Uranus talking to each other, I think of electricity. But I think of like getting money because of where these placements are in your chart. You guys have Venus in the 6th house in Virgo. I think of work and money. And then you have Uranus in Taurus. This is your wallet, your money, the things you own. And there's a blessing coming in. So it's either stability, and because it's Uranus, it's like it's something new with money. So I think there's possibly new stability, Taurus, in your wallet. And this connects back to that full moon that went on with the full moon in Aquarius. Or I think this is a blessing when it comes to healing something you guys value. And I feel like it would connect back to stability and your confidence, because I see the sun here in Virgo, and I see Venus here in Virgo, and I see Vesta, and Mercury rules Virgo, and it's in Leo. So I do feel like this could be something, this could be talking about what you guys value, is literally your creative mind, something you guys felt passionately about that you guys were able to manifest. What else? What else? August 28th, Venus in Virgo in the 6th house is in opposition to Neptune in Pisces in the 12th house. So again, oppositions come together. So when we have Neptune and Venus talking to each other, you know, they always say like, oh, be careful. Is it illusion or is it intuition? Is it real? I gotta be honest with you guys. I just think all it means is pay attention, because Neptune can be very real. How do you make anything you thought of a reality if it weren't for Neptune? Neptune is the daydreamer energy for sure, but as long as it's like holding on to something tangible, something real, then you're solid. That's what I think. And having Venus in Virgo, this is solid to me. This is somebody who is like like overthinking. Somebody who is seeing everything, flaws and all, and it's willing to compromise to be to realize, like, in order to get the dream, like, I got to give up a little bit of something in order to get it. Because when Venus and Neptune like come together, there's something very spiritual going on, something like way past our own realm. Like, I picture this like to be the energy that we feel when we die, where we feel for other people. There's just something very, I feel like, sacred about it, where there's just forgiveness. Like, you want to talk about real forgiveness, like, it's got Neptune and Venus written all over it. And I'm not saying that this is what the energy is with the oppositions, because Neptune is in retrograde and it's in opposition to Venus and Virgo. So they're coming together. Neptune in retrograde is coming together with Venus and Virgo. So I think what this is you guys compromising on a dream in order to make it a reality. And I think it's good, because when I think of Pisces energy, the reason it's looked at as like a healer energy and why everybody flocks to this type of energy is because you're hearing what you want to hear, like the good things, okay? But with Virgo energy, you're hearing the things that you already know deep down and you just don't want to face, right? That's the difference between, that's one way of looking at the difference between these two energies. It's like a reality check, and it's not to say Pisces excuse me, isn't a reality check, because it is. It's just like thinking about, like, okay, why are we all taking this so fucking seriously? Like, if we really understood what happens after life, like, it's kind of, it's not that it's pointless. It's not pointless, because we're here for a reason, but we take it to a whole other level. And obviously, you know, it's hard to get out of that mindset. That's what makes Earth hard. But anyway, whatever, I'm getting off topic. So when these two are in opposition together, it's like you are bringing out the dream and you are making it tangible, and you may be making money, or you may be making love. Okay, August 28th, Mercury goes direct in Leo. Okay, so no more Mercury retrograde. I honestly don't even think it's going to be like a tough Mercury retrograde, because it's mainly, well, I don't think it's mainly in Virgo, but it's partially in Virgo, and that's its, you know, it's at home when it's there. And then it's in Leo, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great time. So anyway, Mercury goes direct in Leo. So what are you guys going to be feeling, thinking, experiencing? You guys are going to want to do fun things. You guys are going to be feeling passionate. Your mind is going to be on yourself and what you guys want to do. You guys may want to do, like, you guys may want to be creative at that time. You guys may be thinking about children. You guys may want to travel. You guys may want to be in a relationship. You guys may want to date. Hold on one second. Virgo, Gemini. I think you guys would want to hang out with your friends. I think that would be very healing to you guys at that time. August 29th, Venus enters Libra. All right. Look at, do you guys see the pattern here? So I don't have any room. Mercury enters the 5th house, which one way of looking at it is talking about romance. Then the next day, Venus enters your 7th house of committed relationships in Libra. So yeah, I think for some of you, you guys are going to be talking to people online, maybe dating websites, and you guys are going to start talking to somebody who would be worth investing into, is what I'm getting. That same day, Venus in Libra is trining Pluto in Aquarius. So a trine, again, is a blessing. It's easy energy. It's either given to you or you're... Hold on. So I feel like what I'm also getting here is, for some of you, this person you would be meeting online because Mercury, internet. I mean, it's the original. You can still look at Mercury as the internet. I don't care. You'd be communicating with somebody. You would be flirting. You would be getting along with them. You would be on stage. You may be talking to somebody who is very Leo-like. So I think of somebody who is confident or somebody who's self-centered, but maybe because of all this type of karmic lesson, because of all these karmic lessons going on with your 7th house, this would be the lesson, because it's giving me Aries energy with, and that's no disrespect to us, but I've never dated an Aries, but I technically have Aries partially in my 7th house. So I attract people who are very, I don't know, I guess the masculine Aries version. And that's not, I don't enjoy that. So I feel like this would be the test for some of us, is talking to somebody who would be, I feel like, self-absorbed. It depends where they're at in their soul's evolution, but where's the sun in the 6th house? The reason I'm looking there is because Mercury is in Leo, so the ruler of Leo is the sun. And, oh wait, what did I just say? I'm sorry. The sun is the ruler of Leo, and the ruler of Mercury is Virgo and Gemini. I am getting a friend vibe. Hold on one second. So I feel like you guys would be extra, like, observant of this person, Virgo energy. But I feel like I'm getting the same energy with you guys as well. Like, I feel like this is by law of attraction. This is part of the test as well, the karmic test. And then there was another thing I wanted to say with this Venus trine Pluto. It was giving me friend vibes. So it's either somebody you guys meet on the internet, Aquarius, or it's somebody through your group of friends. And again, the reason I'm saying this is because Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. So you guys would be speaking to somebody local. You guys would be speaking to somebody from, like, either your local group of friends, and if it's not your actual friend, then it's somebody that is part of your 11th house energy, your social networking, your group of friends. And the reason, again, I'm saying this is because Venus is trining Pluto. So it's connected to the 11th house. So you guys are meeting somebody that, I feel like, number one, you guys are feeling confident. But it's either you guys are considered to be a powerful individual or you guys are meeting somebody who's powerful. That's what I'm picking up on. Yeah, with Venus here and with Juno, And I feel like with this individual, with Uranus being in the second house, it would be a shakeup with the things you're used to and the things you guys value. The things that make you guys comfortable, it would be different. The learning energy that's going on in Gemini is connected here with this person. Because Mars, it's like you guys are learning something already by taking action. And it connects back to your North Node, right? Like you guys are asking questions shamelessly. You guys may be even traveling with this Jupiter in your 3rd house because it traditionally rules the 9th house. But with Chiron here, there's something like revisiting some type of old wound. And this is also why Mars could bring tension or conflict, and Jupiter would like blow that up. And this could like bring up the Lilith, like bring out Lilith in Libra in the 7th house as well. So yeah, anything else? Nope, that's it. Okay, cool. All right, guys, so that's what I got for you. I hope it helps. I hope it resonates. All right.